So for today's video, we're going to be doing a Halloween craft, and this is actually a game for a party. I've never made this, so this is going to be a first time thing. So what this is a spider slingshot game. So you have like a slingshot, and I guess the kids are going to make the slingshot themselves, and you pretty much get a spider and you shoot it onto a web. And I'm envisioning having a target and I guess, you know, keeping points. So first thing we're gonna do, or I guess I'll show you the materials that I collected. I have a big black poster board that I just got from Target, or no, Walmart. I think it was $1. I don't know how big it is. It's pretty huge. 22 by 28 inches from Walmart. Okay, and then I have 2 bags of glow-in-the-dark spider webs. I have 2 bags of spider rings, just like this. And I think this is good because it's like the clingy kind, you know, that'll stick into the spider webs. If you have the ones that are not rings, then that's good too. And I have some rubber bands. And you'll need 5 sheets of paper to make this. Just regular like printer paper. Some tape. And I'm going to use glue sticks. I think like regular glue would work too, but this dries faster, so we're going to go with this. So I have my mini glue stick gun heating up right now. So I'm going to move all this stuff to the side. We're going to start with the board first. So I have my big black board. And I'm going to have a couple glue sticks handy because I think I'm going to be using quite a bit of glue. I have one of these opened up. It doesn't have to be glow in the dark. I just saw glow in the dark. And this is just the decorative spider web stuff. Okay, so we're just going to spread this kind of all over. I don't want it too thin because I do want the spider webs to like, or spiders to like stick in there. So let's see, I'm gonna lay it out maybe like this. Yeah, so there's like a nice thick layer. And where's that loose spider? So yeah, I'm hoping this will like stick in there really good. And yeah, it does. Okay, so I'm gonna open the other bag and spread this one out too. So this game is for a Halloween party, and it's like a super last minute thought. So I just got an email. Like my inspiration from this for this game was I got email from Kiwi Crate, and it's, you know, one of those boxes, activity boxes for kids that everything comes in a box and they make it themselves. And it was a really good like thing that we used to subscribe to during COVID, because I had to, you know, like we all had to homeschool the kids, and I needed like something. We couldn't go to the store, right, or anything, so it was really convenient to have these arts and crafts, sciencey, STEM kind of stuff that they could do. And some of the projects were really fun. But yeah, once they started going back to school and sports, we didn't have time for it, so I canceled my subscription. But okay, so I'm kind of just gonna make it a little neater. I want it to be all over the poster board, since we have a, maybe I'm gonna leave a little bit for like the game name, Spider Shootout or something. I'll insert a photo of what the Kiwi box said to do. They didn't quite do it like this, but it got me thinking, oh, it might be fun to have like a spider like shooting arcade kind of game. Like there's a lot of boys at this party, so this might be kind of up their alley versus like a lot of arts and crafts. Okay, so I guess I could spread it out a little bit nicer. So I have my glue gun ready, so I'm just gonna put lots of glue. Yeah, we're gonna end up using tons of glue sticks. So I'm going to put the first layer down and stick it on. So I think I'm using my glue gun too fast. I need to give it some time to warm up a little bit. Okay, so I think you kind of get the point. Put lots of glue, stick the spider web on it. I'm going to fast forward because this is going to take a little while, just because this needs to heat up the glue while I'm doing it. Okay, so today is the next day. I had to take my son to baseball, so I finished gluing on the spider webs, and I was thinking about it, and I think I'm gonna do a different type of game. I'm gonna do like a mommy spider in the middle, and then I don't know, I have these like, what do you call these, twinkle lights, and I was gonna put it around, and so the kids have to shoot their little baby spiders closest to the mommy spider, and I guess whoever is closest will win. I guess that's the point. So yeah, if I have a toxic trait, it's keeping on adding on stuff to a project, and it just gets bigger and bigger. So yeah, so then I had to like find a mommy spider, which I don't have. So I'm making one out of tissue paper that I had from that Roblox pinata that I just made. So I had all these like pieces of tissue paper. I'm like, and it was just here. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I can make a spider out of this. And I'll show you my inspiration photo. I'll add it in. All I typed in was tissue paper and spider, and then this is what I got. And so I'm like, oh, maybe I can make that. So now I'm just making it. I thought maybe I should show you because it'll be confusing. So I just rolled up or folded up the tissue paper. And if you ever made like one of those tissue paper balls for decoration, I made it at school actually, but yeah. Anyways, you fold it up accordion style. Then you make two little nicks in the middle, but not going all the way through. Like you don't want to cut all the way through, but just two tiny like little triangles. And then I tied it with some like fishing line or just clear string that I had lying around. And I angled the cuts on the side. And now I'm just going to open up the tissue paper, and then you pull apart the layers. So what I'm looking for is getting not a 3D or not a whole ball, but just a half a ball to make this spider body. Hopefully this turns out. Otherwise, I guess I'm not including this in the video. But if it does, then I'm going to glue some googly eyes. I actually could probably get more. I only have two. And glue it on here and use some, I have brown pipe cleaner. Maybe that, yeah, that'll work. 4 legs. So probably need, you know, 4 of these. But I'm going to finish up pulling this paper apart, or pulling the layers apart, I should say, off camera, so this video is not super long. But I think you can see what I'm doing, just getting the layers, gently pulling in, and it kind of becomes like a black paper flower. Yeah, that's the project I did at school. It was making tissue paper flowers. So if you want a better video on that, I guess I can make one, or I'm sure there's a bunch of different ones on YouTube. But yeah, let me finish up doing this and I'll come back. Okay, so I have my tissue paper little ball all made, and it does look like a black flower, but hopefully it'll look more like a spider in a little bit. So I have this dark brown pipe cleaner. Ideally, I wish it was black, but this is what I have. So I'm just going to fold it in the middle and then use the string to tie it together. And this is like a really slippery string, so I'm going to have to like triple or 4-pull knot it. Maybe I'll put a dot of hot glue on the knot after just to secure it. But yeah, so this is the arms or the legs. So you kind of can just like spread it out and then, you know, bend it. And this is a game for like little kids, like, or maybe, well, 2-year-olds to, I guess, 8, oh no, 10 or 11. So I'm not trying to make this scary or anything. So I'm just going to put this in the middle like that, right? And then I'm going to glue the 2 eyes. So maybe I'll just flatten it up here and glue the eyes on. I'm going to plug in my glue gun. So while that's waiting, does it look like a spider? I hope so. At least a little bit, right? Kind of. Okay, so I'll do this off camera also because this is not necessary, but I have this like really long twinkle light. It came from Sam's Club and it came in a set of 4 and it was so cheap. It was like maybe $15 for 4 of these. And it's really long, so really good for decorating your house during Christmas. But if I put it only in one layer, the lights aren't very like apparent that it's supposed to be a circle, because I want it to go like this. So I'm going to do like this roll up kind of thing. It seems to work, and then it kind of looks okay. It kind of blends in, and I'm just going to tape this down. Like, I don't want this to be stuck on here forever. Like, this is just for one night. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this and then stick it on and come back. Okay, so I have my spider pretty securely on, glued on, and then I have my twinkle lights taped with just regular Scotch tape. And I started from the bottom down here, and then I went around, and then there's some extra so I can hide it in the back or something. So this is what the target looks like, and it's kind of fun. I can like change the lights up, I guess. So kind of fun. Make it a little bit more interesting for the kids. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the side, and then I'll show you how to make the slingshot. So I'm just using regular printer paper, and I'm taking 5 sheets. And I can't take credit for figuring out how to make this, because I never would have figured it out. But super simple. I saw a YouTube video on it, so I'll link it down below. And I like this one because the kids can make it, and it's easy, and it's pretty harmless. There was a balloon one that I saw, but that one, like those little marshmallows they put in, and they did it as a slingshot, and it actually left welts on adults. So I think that one might have been a little bit too crazy. So what they said to do was to fold up the paper 2 centimeters. So I have a ruler, and yep, that's about 2 centimeters. So you're just gonna fold it up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. Then you're gonna make about a 1 centimeter slit on the top of each. So there. So if you have little kids doing it, you might want to help them with this. And then you're going to take 2 rubber bands. So like this kind of bag has multiple sizes. For a really strong one, you could do like the fat one. I think maybe I'll use the smaller one. What did I use for this one? Okay, I used this thinner one for that one. I'll try it with the thicker one. So you just get 2. And then hopefully this one's not too strong. It almost is. So it wants, the paper wants to like scrunch. Okay, so I'm gonna fold it as flat as I can. Like this didn't happen with the thin one. So maybe for the kids, use the thin ones, or you might have to make the slit a little bit. Maybe I'll try that. Just so there's not so much tension that it's ripping the paper. So I'm making it about 2 centimeters. So we'll see which one works better. I'm thinking I might like the thinner one just because the spider wings are not like heavy, right? So you won't need that much. So I'm gonna cut it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna tape it so it stays and it's easier for me to tape lengthwise. Put this on the side. Let's get a long piece and cover the whole edge. And if it doesn't go all the way, just put another little piece. And then you're pretty much done. So you just fold it in the middle. So it's pretty stiff because it's 5 sheets of paper. And then, like in the video, he made it like a Y. I think this is good enough. I think it's going to be hard for the kids to like manipulate it into like a, like a Y shape one like this. So I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay, and then let's test it out. Okay, so I have the Target board kind of just propped up against the wall on my craft table. And I tried shooting one. So I'm thinking I'll just have it on the wall. And then I'll have like a tape on the floor where the kids have to stand behind. And they'll take the slingshot they just made and get the spider rings and kind of just shoot it on there. Yeah, I'm just holding the ring part and then letting it go. Okay, that works really well. Okay, if you hit the big spider, it bounces off. But yeah. So this is a game. I guess it'll be fun for the boys at least, I think. I'm going to have my kids test it out later on when we get home and see if they like it and if they can make this by themselves, which I'm pretty sure they can. It's just rolled up paper with a little bit of like adult assistance maybe. But yeah, I think I would recommend the smaller or the thinner rubber bands. Let's see. It doesn't have to be that strong, that's why. But yeah, either one that you do, I think it'll be fine. It's just something for the kids to do. But yeah, if you stayed to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. And please subscribe. And I'll see you in my next video.